Hello, what's up everybody? It's your boy Samoski. I'm back again today with another tutorial. So in this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to mix your vocals from sounding like this.
Lord, I thank you for everything, and I'm so grateful I did on my knees.
To sound like this.
Lord, I thank you for everything, and I'm so grateful I did on my knees.
So if you want to see how this tutorial was made, please stay to the end of this video, how to mix your vocals. So today I'm having an artist here. He helped me run these vocals. His name is De Young. So if you want to feature him in your tracks, I'm sure he's going to kill your track. No matter the song you want to do, he's going to kill it for you. So try to contact me if you want to collaborate with him. The first thing you're going to do when you want to start mixing your vocals. So I'm assuming that there is a beat on this vocal. So I didn't want to bring a beat because I want to focus on just the vocals. So at a later period, I'm going to be adding a beat to it, and I'm going to be explaining all you need to know as a beginner to start mixing vocals like a pro. So if you don't have a good monitor speaker or a good headphones to hear what you are doing, then I advise you get one. So it doesn't mean that you must get the best in the world. You can get something standard, or even if it's not up to standard, at least you have songs that you play on the speakers and those songs sounds good. So if those songs sound good, that means you know how the speaker sounds and you're supposed to treat your own sound to sound the way other music sounds. So another best way to do this is to reference your track. So I'm going to be explaining in a later video. So the first thing I want to do when I want to mix my vocal is to get the key of the song or the key of the artist. So I've taught how to find your key of an artist in my previous videos. So the first thing you should do is to find the key. And how do you find the key of the artist? So there are several ways you can find the key of an artist. So the first way to find the key of an artist is to locate the do, which is the one chord of the key which the person is in. So I know when you're starting this out, it's a bit difficult, but with time, your ears are going to be open and you're going to learn the process. So guys, let's find the key of this artist.
Lord, I thank you for everything, and I'm so grateful I did.
So this is actually the key of the artist. If you ask me how I got it, I can't really explain it than to say it's already in my head, because I try to solo the melody.
Lord, I thank you for everything.
You understand? So what I'm trying to say is try to find the notes or try to sing along so that you can get this key properly. So let's do this one more time.
Lord, I
thank you. Lord, I thank you. Lord, I thank you. Mi, re, do, do, so, mi. This is mi, then you find your do, mi, re, do. So we're actually in the key of E. This is the one chord of the E major scale. So how do I know it's the actual key? That's because if you strike a wrong note while the song is playing, it's not going to sound right. So I don't know how that works, but with time, your ears are going to be open to get the key. So now that we know that the key is E, we are going to save it as. So first of all, let's add this into the mix. I'm going to select the vocals and then press Ctrl L. So as you can see, it's down there in the mixer. So let's save the key so that we don't forget, because we are going to be needing the key later. So if you want to learn more about these techniques of finding key of an artist, sign up on hbsbeats.com. So now that we've gotten the key, the next thing we want to do is to add the auto-tune. So many of you don't know how to add auto-tune to your vocals. You just add the auto-tune and you forget to put the key and the scale which the artist is singing, then the input. Is it a female vocal or is it a male vocal? Then also the retune, you don't know how to do this. And also the pitch correction, you don't know how to do that. So the second thing I want to do, correct the pitch of this artist. So you first of all listen to it and criticize it so that you know what you're gonna fix.
Lord, I thank you for everything, and I'm so grateful. I dey on my knees, I dey on my knees. Lord, I thank you for everything, and I'm so grateful. I dey on my knees, I dey on my knees, yeah.
So this is not the best vocals in the world which I have recorded here. There are other ways to record your vocals to sound as clean as possible, because everything needs to be sounding okay before you could start mixing it. And once it sounds good, then you do not have a lot of problem in the mixing. When you're starting out recording your artist, you need to be using a good mic to get a clean vocal. So I'm not saying that you should go for expensive mic, because most expensive mic do not give you what you want. So what sounds good on someone else vocal, the mic that sounds good on someone else vocals might not sound good on the other person's vocal. So you might notice that a very low budget mic might sound professional on an artist that is not really good, and a very professional mic might sound bad on a good artist. So whereas you need to use what you have, study your mic. You need to use the mic you have, study it, and learn how the mic sounds. The mic I use in recording these vocals, it's this particular mic I'm using to talk. So now when I listen to these vocals, I notice that some of the pitch were not correct, and some of the signals were loud. What we're going to do now, we're going to fix the pitch. And how I do this, I'm going to add auto tune, which I've already done here. So remember, our key is E. So there's a difference between E flat and E. E flat is the note before E. Now, many of you don't know the scale, what the scale means. Let me explain what chromatic is, because if you load it up, you're going to see different things to select. So we have major, we have minor, chromatic, whatever. So all this depends on the song. You understand? So if there are some minors in the song, then you're going to select a minor or chromatic. So I'm just going to explain chromatic and major using the piano. So let's head over to the piano. So when you say chromatic in the key of E, this is your, so this is a chromatic scale when you don't skip any notes, but the major notes, it's this. Then the chromatic. So now the artist is singing on a major because there is no minor in his vocals. The only way I could explain this is in your song, for example, you have a minor progression in your song. So the artist has to go on a minor chord, on a minor note also. So that's when he could use chromatic, because if it's on this chromatic and the song it's in major, autotune is going to treat these vocals like there are some minors. So that's why we're going to end up in choosing major, because there is no minor in the song. So the next thing I want to do is to select the kind of vocals. So this soprano is usually a female vocal, alto and tenor. Okay, this is tenor, so it's a male vocal. Then this is not a low male voice. So I'm going to select alto and tenor. Then I'm going to take the retune speed all the way to 0. So now let's play this vocal.
Lord, I thank you for everything. Lord, I thank you for everything, and I'm so grateful. I dey on my knees, I dey on my knees.
So as you can see, there are no wrong notes in the vocal, but there needs to be some correction. So I mean, I brought in a different vocal, or let me just change the key, and let's say you see what happens. So let's assume this is a B flat.
Lord, I thank you for everything, and I'm so grateful.
So as you can see, if you don't select the right key, this is what's going to be happening to your vocals. So there are other ways to use auto-tune if you're mixing trap, hip-hop vocals. So this one is just basically how you get started with. So this retune speed is going to be at 0 because I want to notice if there it's any pitch that needs to be correct. So now that I notice that there are some pitch that need to be correct, so I'm going to come over here and I'll click and say pitch correct sample. FL Studio opens up a plugin called Newton, which you can use in correcting the sample. So I've taught how to use this on hbsbeats.com, so you can head up there, sign up, and begin your training. So I'm not going to go into details like I did on the premium course, but I know I explained everything which needs to be done, because I explained the purpose of this sensor and the variation and also the trans. So you just have to double click if you need to work on any node. So if you want to get the full details about this, head up to hbsb.com, sign up, and you're good to go. So the next thing you want to do is to check for where there is some errors, some pitch that needs to be corrected. So you play
Lord,
the
I
vocals.
thank you for everything, and I'm so grateful.
So as you can see, we have gray. So this needs to be fixed. So the only way you could fix it is by double clicking. If it's too loud, you have to drop the volume. You understand? Any of them that you think that is too loud, drop the volume there. If you want to do the variation, you can do that from here. That is to straighten the pitch.
Grateful, I am grateful, I am money.
So if it's not on notes, then you can drag. You understand?
Grateful, I am money, I am money.
So once you're done with that, you just click on here and it's gonna duplicate it for you. So you go delete the first one and then use the one that has been pitch corrected. You understand? Now that you've done that, so you come over to macro and push on use audios, and the old clip, it's gone. So now you're left with just this one. So you're going to add this to the mixer, then you reset these ones to remove that Newton. So the next thing I want to do is to add a boss. So we'll call this vocal boss. So I'm assuming we have a lot of vocals in here. So if you have a lot of vocals like the backup, so you're going to create another boss for the backups. So now that we have created our boss, so we're going to separate it from this one, and we're going to color it so that it's going to be visible to us. We don't have to start looking for it. That's if we have a lot of vocals that we need to mix. So you need to color them so that you can know where they are. So now the next thing we're going to do, we're going to send this vocal onto. So how you're going to do that, okay, you're going to come over here and come over to route to this track only. You're not going to choose route to this track because there's a difference between route to this track and route to this track only. So if you want to know the difference, head up to hbsbeats.com. So we're going to route to this track only. So now when we play the vocals, we're going to control it
Lord,
from
I
here.
thank you.
So you see, it's gone. We can control it from here. Now that we have done this, so the next thing we want to add, it's the EQ. Some people do compression first, but I start with my EQ. So this is Fabfilter EQ. So I'm going to play the
Lord,
vocals.
I thank you for everything.
So if the autotune is too much, so you can reduce it, because these days they hardly use autotune on vocals. So on hbsbeats.com, I've explained how to use your EQ. I've explained different frequencies and some knobs which needs to be touched. So you listen to the vocals.
Lord, I thank you for everything.
So this part of the vocals is not really necessary. Why? Because let me show you, so you see that there is nothing there, just muddy sounds.
Lord, I grateful, I am money.
So as you can see, this part is not needed. So we have to move forward, but we're not going to pass 200 heads. So we're going to make the curve to be sharp. So we're going to use, let's say 30.
Lord, I thank you for everything, and I'm so grateful. I am on my knees. Lord, I thank you for everything, and I'm so grateful. I am on my knees, yeah.
What you're supposed to do is, while you're mixing, you have to be bypassing so that you can hear the
Lord, I
difference.
thank you for everything, and I'm so grateful. I did on my knees.
So that you don't make big mistakes. Just keep soloing and bypass. You understand? So there is something I normally do around this vocal. There's something I normally do on vocals because I know some frequencies are bad frequencies. So you just have to take up 500 hertz.
Lord, I thank you for everything,
So you don't have to do it too tight because if it's too tight, it will look as if you're trying to peep through a keyhole. Meanwhile, you're not going to be seeing everything clearly. So you have to open it up a little bit and then you solo. So you hear there, you don't need that frequency. You have to cut it not too much.
Lord, I thank you for everything, and I'm so grateful. I did on my knees.
So I also noticed that this mic has a lot of high ends. So I have to cut that out. So study your mic, know what it sounds like.
Lord, I thank you for everything.
So I want to get that warm vocal sound. That's why I'm cutting it. So if now I'm supposed to boost, I'm supposed to do something like this to boost this end. You understand? You've seen something like this, I guess. So I'm not going to be doing this because I don't need that high end in the vocal. So I need something warm. So I'm just going to cut, then make it very sharp.
Lord,
Then I'm going to solo. So as you can see, we don't need all these things. So you heard it. So I'm going to cut around, let's say 12K or maybe 15.
Lord, I thank you for everything, and I'm so grateful. I did on my knees, Lord, I thank you for everything, and I'm so grateful. I did on my knees, yeah. Lord, I thank you for everything, and I'm so grateful. I did on my knees.
So I'm just going to come back a little bit. Okay, I'm noticing some bad frequency around this 7K also. So I'm just going to cut that.
Lord, I thank you for everything, and I'm so grateful. I did on my knees, Lord, I thank you. I did on my knees, Lord, I thank you for everything. So grateful. I did on my knees, yeah.
So I think I'm okay with what I have here. Another way I could do this, it's just to cut the low end, cut the high end, then add another EQ and do this cutting. But I don't want to add two EQs because it's going to be confusing you. So I'm just going to start with this as a basic step for you. The next thing you want to add is your compressor. So the hardest thing to understand when you're mixing your vocals is the compressor. So the compressor, it's not something that is visible. It's not advisable to do the compressor when the beat is not playing, but I'm just going to do this so that you get the understanding of how compressor works. So as I've loaded this compressor, this is from Fabfilter also. So as you can see, the gain is auto. What this means is that if I reduce the threshold, the gain is going to be added automatically. So let's experiment that.
Lord, I thank you for everything, and I'm so grateful.
So as you've noticed, I'm doing a compression and the gain is automatically adding, and that's why you're not hearing the difference. So I'm going to return this back and I'm going to turn off the auto and let's see how it sounds
Lord,
now.
I thank you for everything, and I'm so grateful. I did.
So as you can see, it's compressing. Meanwhile, we need to add the gain manually. So a good place to start is around 20, the threshold of 20.
Lord, I thank you for everything, and I'm so grateful. I did on my knees, Lord, I thank you for everything, and I'm so grateful. I did on my knees, yeah.
So make sure you're doing a clean compressor. You understand? So there are other options you can choose from. That's when you've started hearing what the compressor sounds like. Also, this is the ratio. We are using 4:1. You can start around 2. That's a good starting point.
Lord, I thank you for everything, and I'm so grateful. I dey on my knees, I dey on my knees.
So our target is -1. So now the next thing I want to add is the delay. So there are several ways to do your delay. So the way I like it's to duplicate the vocals and just do it like this. So I'm going to select everywhere I hear the delay I want. Anywhere I want delay, that's where I'm going to select. So for now, I'm just going to use the last part of it because this vocals doesn't have space.
Yeah.
So I'm going to make this one an identity of its own self by making it unique. And I'm going to add it in the mixer also. Then I'm going to reduce it.
Yeah.
So I can pan this one wherever I want. This is my delay. So I'm going to add a delay onto it. So I'm going to set the time. So delay works with the tempo of your beat, of your song rather. So I'm going to use a ping pong delay. So I'm going to reduce the amount of time it's going to echo. So that's how I do my delay. So I didn't have other places where I want to be delayed. I just had to add them here from the vocals. So guys, that's how you could start, because this stuff are not really easy to learn, but I'm glad you're doing a good job following this tutorial. Now the next thing we want to add is our reverb. So there are a lot of ways to do this. You can actually do an aux send, but it's going to be difficult for you to understand this process at the beginning. So I'm just going to add the reverb here. So I'm just going to give it a color. Let's say yellow. So I'm going to also send this the delay to the vocals. Out to this track. So the next thing we want to do is to send our vocals to the reverb. So you remember, this is how we added the reverb. So we are going to add our reverb. So I'm going to be using a reverb called Valhalla Vintage Reverb. So I'm going to select the mode of reverb as chamber. So now if I play the vocals, you're going to notice that the reverb is not affected.
Thank you for everything.
That's because we've not sidechained the vocals to the reverb. So we're going to add a fruity send. Now we're going to come over here and we'll right click and say sidechain to this track. So you see it's sidechained. So now we can select our reverb here. And now if you play the song, you're going to notice the reverb.
Thank you for...
That's right. So now you notice that the reverb is too much. So the first thing we want to do is to cut the low end of the reverb. So I'm going to be using a parametric EQ. So I'm just going to come over here, this low shelf, and do a high pass. Now I can move.
Thank you for everything, and I'm so grateful. I dey on my knees.
So now the reverb is still too much, and we're going to do the volume to reduce the reverb from here.
Thank you for everything, and I'm so grateful. I dey on my knees, I dey on my knees.
So if you want to add some brightness to the reverb, you can do that from here. So other things you want to add is just to make the vocals sounds differently, and that's by adding the saturator, adding some chorus effects and the rest of them. So if you want to get more on this tutorial, sign up on hbsbeats.com. There we have a lot of tutorials for you just to spicing your game up. Thanks guys for watching this tutorial, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you've not done that. See you guys in the next video. Bye.